everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. Mark is on vacation. Eric Franke is helping out today. Thanks for your help.
Good to be back here with you at 4.
Yeah,
We're
Mark
always here at 5.
But is going to be gone the rest of this week and all of next week. He's going on a cruise.
See him in 2022, pretty much, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He always does it. This is kind of his time of the year where he smartly gets out of here.
Yeah.
And gets a little warm weather.
That's right. That's right. He's in Fort Lauderdale today, so I'm sure we'll be seeing pictures.
Yeah, he'll send them.
Which we don't want to see.
Well, we know snow is coming to Wisconsin. Probably not this much. This is what it looks like out in the Sierra Nevadas, but a storm is headed our way from that direction. And Dana will have your full forecast and why this one is kind of tough to pin down. Yeah, it's a tricky forecast. A series of sexual assaults starting this summer, all connected to one suspect, arrested again this week, this time on the UW campus. And unease overseas. President Biden meeting with Ukraine's president to figure out what to do about Russian troops near the border. First, let's take a look outside today. This is, where is this? That's pretty, where is that? Little... We don't know, unknown location somewhere in Wisconsin. Yes. Pretty location. Yeah, but it is very pretty. But our meteorologists are analyzing the data because there is some wintry weather on the way. Dana Fulton is on the weather patio. Hi, Dana.
Hey, yeah, so a lot moving around still with this system, even as we're within 24 hours now of some winter weather for parts of Wisconsin. Some areas might not see anything passing through for Friday night and Saturday. We do have winter storm warnings now issued for Juneau, Adams, and Vernon counties. That stretches up northwest of La Crosse. So those winter storm watches switched over to warnings for Juneau and Adams County, and now winter weather advisories for Richland and Crawford counties. That's for Friday into early Saturday as the system does approach. Alert days in the forecast, though, for everyone, because this system building in could impact some folks and really miss others. Again, the timing and the location here just divided right across our viewing area, as we are expecting accumulating snowfall northwest of Dane County, but areas southeast might not pick up much. Seasonably cold temperatures really for tonight and for tomorrow. That snow chance builds in through for us late Friday to Saturday morning. We'll have some rain coming along with that in the afternoon, late Friday. And once we get through this event, our next focus will be on the potential for record high temperatures on Wednesday, so we swing in the other direction. For traffic conditions right now, a little bit slow eastbound along the Beltline. No delays for us westbound, though, this evening. Around downtown Janesville, all looks fairly smooth for us. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, 19 minutes this evening. We'll take a closer look at that snow event and the timing in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. First at 4, a 34-year-old Madison man is free on bail tonight after being arrested for a third-degree sexual assault earlier this week.
Robin Perkins, a former UW student, is accused of assaulting another person at his apartment at Eagle Heights, but as Naomi Coles explains, it's not the first time.
That, by the way, is why we are identifying him, even though he hasn't been formally charged yet in this case. Now, a string of 5 sexual incidents started back in August this year when Perkins visits the college club and gets introduced there to a group of friends. Court records say he ends up at their home much later that night, where one of them has passed out asleep on the couch. Perkins is accused of assaulting him with a second-degree sexual assault of an unconscious victim charge. The next 2 months, another victim accuses him of twice sexually harassing him at a gym. Now, finally, last month, he was fined and cited in Sauk County for 4th-degree sexual assault. For each of the incidents where he was jailed, he was released on small signature bonds.
Naomi, thank you. This weekend, Madison Ballet performing a new production of The Nutcracker. It's up at Fort McCoy for the Afghan refugees being housed there.
This is the 40th anniversary of Madison Ballet, and the organization thought the occasion would be a perfect time to retool the classic Christmas ballet, The Nutcracker. The Fort McCoy performance this weekend is only the second act of the new production. The Afghan audience will get a full spectacle without the context of the first act. We spoke to Madison Ballet CEO Jonathan Solari about what this opportunity means to the company.
Being able to bring some kind of art or craft to people who are in a really difficult situation, who have gone through an unimaginable amount of change and pain to start a new life, to be able to provide some kind of joy, some relief, some distraction, and to be able to say as an organization, as a community, we're here to welcome you. That was the initial impulse, and everything since then has snowballed, and I've been really pleased with the amount of support and positive energy that's come from it.
Tomorrow Tomorrow morning, Madison Ballet is holding 3 dance classes at Fort McCoy for Afghan children. And the classes will be translated into 3 languages to make sure that the children get a personal experience.
Well, the Badgers are going bowling at the Las Vegas Bowl, and to nobody's amazement, tickets are in high demand. The bowl game to be held at the new Raiders Stadium, Allegiant Stadium. Wisconsin will square off against the Arizona State Sun Devils, who are coming off a bit of a disappointing 8-win season after having Pac-12 title aspirations to start the year. It's the Badgers' first time playing in a bowl game in Las Vegas, and they're excited.
It's really awesome to go to a new city, a new state, and walk down the street. It's usually like 2 or 3 days before the game, and it's just overrun with red, people wearing Badger gear, people across the street yelling, "Go Badgers," and having it yelled back. So really looking forward to that.
They do love Vegas. This isn't the Badgers' first trip to Las Vegas. Those 3 previous games came between 2002 and 2010, where they set the highest attendance records in UNLV history. And that may continue.
Yesterday, Santa made a visit from the North Pole to the kids at the American Family Children's Hospital. Child life specialists handed out gifts after kids got to talk to Santa from the North Pole via their iPads. Now, in pre-COVID times, Santa would arrive by fire truck to the front entrance of the hospital and come inside to sing songs and visit with the children and give gifts to patients in the lobby. He would then go room to room for the kids that couldn't make it downstairs. UW Health Kids partners with local 311 Madison firefighters for this special event. President Biden held a series of calls this afternoon in an attempt to assure allies that the U.S. stands ready to take action if Russia invades Ukraine.
Well, Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
President Biden's phone call to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky comes 2 days after warning President Putin of consequences if Russia invades his country.
President Biden is also intending to discuss his deep concerns with Russia's buildup on Ukraine's borders and his commitment to respond with strong measures in the event of a Russian military escalation.
There are new reports Russia has increased its troop presence to more than 100,000 soldiers now stationed along the Ukraine border.
We continue to consult with allies and partners about what we're seeing.
The U.S. has been sending defense support to the Ukrainian military, with small arms and ammunition arriving this week. But President Biden says he will not send U.S. forces.
The idea the United States is going to unilaterally use force to confront Russia invading Ukraine is not in the cards right now.
The president, in concert with European allies, has made clear they're coordinating a potential response.
I think the message that the United States and I think many capitals in Europe want to send is that there's a united front.
President Biden followed up his call with Zelensky by talking to the leaders of 9 Eastern European countries which joined NATO following the fall of the Soviet Union.
The Biden administration has made its entire policy that they are willing to either escalate or de-escalate towards diplomacy, depending on what Russia does. And that's the situation that we are stuck in right now.
Experts and the administration agree Russia's ultimate intentions remain unclear. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden, Vice President Harris, and congressional leaders gathered today to pay tribute to the life and legacy of the late Senator Bob Dole. The casket bearing the 98-year-old who died over the weekend lies and stayed at the U.S. Capitol until this evening. Over the course of 3 decades, Senator Dole served in both the House and the Senate. He overcame disabling war wounds that he suffered back in World War II. Dole's funeral will take place Friday at the Washington National Cathedral ahead of a final farewell service Saturday in his home state of Kansas.
New Zealand's government believes it's come up with a unique plan to stop smoking, a lifetime ban for those ages 14 or younger. Under a new law the government announced today and plans to pass next year, the minimum age to buy cigarettes would keep rising year after year. That means, in theory at least, 65 years after the law takes effect, shoppers could still buy cigarettes, but only if they could prove they were at least 80 years old.
I got into politics to make a difference to the health of New Zealanders at a large scale. Because working in a hospital, my role was almost literally being the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff. To go smoke-free as a nation is actually delivering the help before it's too late and ultimately saving thousands of lives.
In practice, officials hope smoking will fade away decades before then. The plan sets a goal of having fewer than 5% of New Zealanders smoking by 2025. Well, x-rays at the doctor's office are one thing.
But x-rays that can help us understand black holes, well, that's out of this world. Literally, it's called X-ray astronomy. And early this morning, NASA launched its Imaging X-ray Polarimetry Explorer mission, or IXPE, to measure x-rays released by black holes and neutron stars. It's the first space observatory of its kind. Scientists say IXPE will tell them more about cosmic X-ray sources than they can learn by studying their brightness and color spectrum, which will help them test and refine theories of how the universe works. Coming up next on Live at 4, senior travel editor Peter Greenberg joins the show.
Peter joins us from San Diego. He'll talk about what to expect if you're traveling over the holidays. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true, with diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage blood vessels, causing vision loss or even blindness. So remember this, now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is important to your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Visit nowic.com and take control of your sight.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get $100 on every new line. Call or go online.
Bye, Mom. Sometimes you just gotta do what's in your heart to put some joy out there. When the world needs a little bit of love, give it love. It's about caring for others and for those who care for others, because everyone should know, no matter who they are, just how much they matter. Be happy, be healthy, be kind. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Grass looks great, Zeus. Hey, could you maybe trim the hydrangea too?
Sure thing, Kevin. You want me to do the box? So it says what?
No. Finding the right person for the job isn't always easy. But when you have an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can give you personalized advice and could help you save hundreds.
Hey, Medusa, let's boogie.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, get to know your local Geico agent today.
It's time to take your sleep to the next level with a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic mattresses actively adapt to your body's pressure points, giving you a more personal sleep experience than ever before. Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses start at $22.99. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash with a Tempur-Pedic mattress set purchase. Upgrade your sleep with a Tempur Ergo Smart Base that automatically adjusts to snoring, giving you a great night's sleep. Relax. It's Steinhoffels.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Welcome back, everyone. Starbucks is changing its milk prices.
And the coffee company says there will no longer be an upcharge for plant-based milk, and instead, it's adding one for dairy-based beverages. No details yet on what the new prices are, but they go into effect in the U.S. and Canada on January 1st. Supply chain issues are starting to ease just in time for Christmas.
Congestion at ports is getting cleaned up a little bit. Shipping prices are starting to fall, and deliveries are speeding up, but the situation is not yet completely back to normal. There is still a truck driver shortage, and critical components like computer chips are still scarce. Plus, there is now the threat from the Omicron variant, but economists say the worst hopefully might be behind us. A big drop in the number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits.
Now, according to the Labor Department, first-time filings for weekly jobless claims fell by 43,000 to 184,000 last week. That marks the lowest level in more than 50 years. GameStop shares slid 4% in pre-market trading today after the video game retailer posted a wider loss compared with a year earlier.
However, revenue jumped 29% year over year to about $1.3 billion. GameStop disclosed that in August, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission issued a subpoena for documents relating to an investigation into the trading of its shares. GameStop's earnings reveal that beyond the hype, it is still facing all of the problems of a struggling retail company trying to pivot to e-commerce. The NASDAQ fell 1% today, while the S&P edged down following a run earlier in the week that brought it near a record. The Dow gained 87 points at the close, turning positive earlier in the day and after a dip in the morning hours. Well, Christmas, believe it or not, is just over 2 weeks away, and many will be traveling for the holidays.
Now, millions are returning to the skies despite the challenges of the pandemic. And joining us today with some travel tips, CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg. Peter, always great to talk to you.
And likewise.
Well, let's start domestically. What are the travel rules that if you're going to another state, for those of our viewers who are simply going domestically within the United States?
Well, most states don't really have any travel rules between them. The only time it kicks in is an idea that if you're unvaccinated, they want you to quarantine when you get there. Nobody's following that rule. If you are vaccinated, you've got your booster, you're free to go. There are some restrictions, of course, in Hawaii. That's always been the case. But the other 49 states, you shouldn't have a problem.
Now, it gets a little more complicated, doesn't it, if you're traveling internationally? It seems like countries that are allowing people in and not are changing every day.
They are. First of all, we've just changed the rule for people coming back, right? It used to be you had to have a COVID-19 test within 72 hours of your return flight. Now it's been reduced to 24 hours. We've extended the mask mandate on all airlines and public transportation until March 18th, and that's only a decision day. It could be extended further than that. But the other real confusing issue is once you get to these countries, do they require further testing once you're there? Some of them, like the United Kingdom, do. Others don't. You have to check frequently through their consulates or on their websites. But the good news is, for the European Union countries, in most cases, if you're fully vaccinated and you have proof of vaccination, you're good to go.
Yeah, you really got to do your research. Now, stepping away from coronavirus and talking about what's in our viewers' wallets, is now the best time to book those holiday flights, or should we maybe wait even a little bit more?
Actually, I'm not going to make you happy. You should have done it 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Right now, the flights are about 95%. I know. The flights are about 95% full, not just because we're flying, but because all those foreign visitors who are allowed to come in as of November 8th, they're flying to see their friends and relatives. So there are no great deals right now. However, as of January 4th, this happens every year. This year will be no exception. Those fares plummet. So if you want to plan in advance, now's the time to do that, especially if you have a lot of frequent flyer miles lying around that you haven't redeemed. It's especially a good time to do that because once we get to about February 15th, a lot of those availabilities of frequent flyer miles begin to evaporate. Again, the law of supply and demand kicking in.
Well, that's a good tip. I mean, maybe already start thinking ahead to spring break
right,
and be proactive. If you're planning a big trip, do you recommend buying travel insurance? Because with the pandemic, what happens if you get a last-minute cancellation due to COVID?
Well, the idea of travel insurance is a good idea. What's been happening over the last 20 months has not been a good idea. Thousands of Americans found out, even with the best of intentions, that when they actually opted in for that travel insurance, there was a clause on page 95 of the insurance policy website, which they never saw, by the way, that said, oh, by the way, we don't cover for a pandemic, bye-bye. So what you need to do, most of the people watching me right now are going to make their reservations online. And you know already that you cannot complete that transaction unless you either opt in or opt out of that insurance. It pops up on your screen. My advice, opt out of it. I'm not telling you not to get it, but go through a travel agent or someone who can actually walk you through the hieroglyphics of the policy language to see if what you're getting actually covers you for the eventuality you just talked about. Otherwise, you're spending money blindly, and we know what happens when you do that.
All right, Peter Greenberg, always with the best travel advice. He's live and joining us from San Diego.
Lucky duck.
He always knows where to find the good weather.
I hope you'll be back in Madison soon, Peter. We're looking forward to seeing you.
You have a deal, Susan.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you so much.
Coming up next and Live at 4, we all know getting old is tough, and part of that is losing our vision.
So what if we told you there are eye drops available now that may change that? We'll have that story coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
What can I do with less asthma? With Dupixent, I can do more yard work, teamwork, long walks.
Hi, Tim. Game on!
That's how you do more with Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks. Dupixent's not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection, and don't change or stop your asthma treatments, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
It's Humane Holidays at Mounds. During December, purchase items off of the Humane Holidays wish lists to support Rock County's Friends of Noah Cafe program and the Dane County Humane Society.
The cafe program provides free dog and cat food to local families who can't afford to feed their own pets.
Humane Holidays not only provides Dane County Humane Society with vital wish list items, it truly makes the shelter feel more like home for the holidays.
Support Humane Holidays at Mounds because everyone deserves a great holiday.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo reminds you to be sure to ask about delivery options when shopping for new furniture. Because every store is different. Some stores have very specific restrictions, while others charge you an arm and a leg. At McGann's, we take pride in our skilled delivery team, and in most cases, delivery is free. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Take a look at this. Mom and Dad get a special holiday surprise. Oh, I love these stories. You're looking at Courtney screaming and running over to her daughter Armani in her break room at work. She's in the Army and had been gone for 3 months at basic training before this surprise. Her dad at the barbershop was trying to hide under a cape in the chair. He quickly figures it out, pulls off the cape, and gives her a big welcome home.
Those never get old.
No, they never do.
Especially this time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, for the holidays, and 'tis the season for good tidings.
What better way to share than with a Christmas card? Today is National Christmas Card Day. The modern Christmas card was created in 1843. It showed a family raising a toast, and it was meant to encourage people to use the new British postal system. That's interesting. Do you send cards with pictures of your wife and kids and Tate? No?
That's way too much work. work.
Well,
what about the people
His wife might. That's what. Yeah.
What about the people that put the long life of the year in review?
Here's what we did in March, and then on the 2nd of May.
You read those, though, right?
Yeah, I
You laugh
still
at
read
them a little bit.
I'm not going to type one out, but I enjoy them when I get them. Yes, yes.
You're getting a little more seasonal in the weather department.
Yeah, especially if you're heading like toward Wausau or west, northwest.
Northwest. If you're going towards La Crosse, if you're traveling at all this weekend, things are going to be a little dicey. Definitely not a time where you want to be on the road early Saturday morning. The system still a little tricky to hammer down the timing and our snow totals. We're starting to get a little more confidence in those accumulation totals, so we'll take a closer look right after the break.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Celebrate. The holidays are back around. All the family is back in town. I can't wait, I'm getting ready for this time of year. We'll be celebrating with our friends, and I wish would never end. So let's drink and raise a glass to this time of year.
With a Ford F-150 and an available Pro Power onboard generator, you're not just ready, you're holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
I'm not getting through the pandemic just to end up with the flu.
I asked for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent. It's the #1 used flu vaccine for people 65 and older.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent is the only vaccine approved by the FDA for superior flu protection in adults 65+.
I'm not letting my guard down.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent isn't for people who've had a severe allergic reaction to any flu vaccine or vaccine component, including eggs or egg products. Tell your healthcare professional if you've ever experienced severe muscle weakness after receiving a flu shot. People with weakened immune systems, including those receiving therapies that suppress the immune system, may experience lower immune responses. Vaccination may not protect everyone. Side effects include pain, redness and/or swelling where you got the shot, muscle ache, headache, and general discomfort. Other side effects may occur.
All flu shots are not the same. I raised my game with Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, the weather has been about as erratic as it gets lately, but we all know that first snowstorm is coming eventually, and when it does, well, you gotta be prepared. The first thing they tell us, take it slowly when you're out there, especially when the snow is falling. Before you start on any trips, clear all the snow and ice off your vehicle. Not just enough to see out of the windshield. We know some of you do that. But in terms of items in your car, they remind you to bring some extra washer fluid, the snow brush, snacks, a shovel, and some non-clumping kitty litter for traction. And the safest thing to do if you do go off the road or have any mechanical failures, just stay in the vehicle with your seatbelt on and call for help.
Roadside is a very dangerous place, even for professionals who have all of the proper equipment and the high visibility vests and everything. For you as an individual motorist to get out of your vehicle on the side of the road is really dangerous and should be avoided at all costs.
And make sure your tires have enough tread, especially for you Floridians who have relocated, and make sure they're properly inflated. Make sure to check your battery because they don't have as much power when it's in the cold. Just always good in case you forget those things. Right, Dana?
Yes. A really comprehensive list there. And Eric makes a really good point, though. We have a lot of people that relocate to southern Wisconsin. Madison's a great area to live. And if you have relocated, I am married to someone from South Carolina, and they had to learn how to just drive in the snow. So if this is your first winter, welcome. But just keep in mind, it's going to be a little slick outside late Friday and early Saturday morning. So if you don't have to be on the road, that's the other thing. With all of those tips, if you don't have to be on the road, don't be. Stay home. Looking at our Doppler track right now, that light snow pulling away for us. We did see some flurries, of course, earlier this morning, and a little minor accumulation, just some dusting in spots, really. That's all pulling off to the east. Our next system right now gathering a little bit of steam for us in parts of Colorado and Utah, seeing that light snow coming down. This is going to quickly shift east and pass right overhead as we look ahead to tomorrow. So you can see that snow moving through the plains, the northern edge of it starting to creep into northern Wisconsin early tomorrow afternoon. The center of this system pulling a little further north, so we have some more rain building in through the evening on Friday. The wraparound snowfall, that's what we're expecting to impact our Saturday before things clear out in the evening. So let's take a closer look at that timing for us. Overnight temperatures generally holding pretty steady in the upper 20s. We'll have a mostly cloudy sky after midnight. For Friday morning, it's dry early in the day, cloudy sky early in the day. And the early afternoon, we see some light snow well north of La Crosse. And then that rain chance really starts to build in. Temperature-wise in the afternoon, we'll be pretty close to 40 degrees. So this is going to be rain in the mid-afternoon, but it transitions for areas northwest of the Dells, or stays, I guess, as light snowfall, and then transitions for much of southern Wisconsin after midnight to light snow. That wraparound snow comes through early Saturday morning, clears off to the east, and in the afternoon we're back to sunshine. But that wraparound moisture could bring a few inches of accumulation. Our totals climbing up just a little bit more northwest of Dane County. We could see significant snowfall for parts of Sauk and Richland counties, stretching up towards Camp Douglas, where we do have winter storm warnings in effect for Juneau and Adam counties. But notice to the southeast of Dane County, this is going to be one of those events where you're likely not going to see much, if anything. So some folks definitely need to get the snowblower ready. Others might not need the shovel. I think everyone should stay prepared with this event, though. That's why we do have the alert day in the forecast for Friday night and Saturday. Ice also possible early Saturday morning, again, mainly northwest of Madison. So those alert days, just something that we're going to continue to keep a very close eye on for Friday night and Saturday morning. 38 the high for tomorrow, some mild outside in the afternoon. Will be mostly cloudy with the snow chances expected to develop, or rain chances first and then snow chances building in overnight. Snow continues into Saturday morning before wrapping up and clearing up in the afternoon. Next week, we talk about snow, and then we're going to talk about record-breaking temperatures on Wednesday. We'll get to that later. Yes, a bit of a roller coaster for the middle of December.
All right, Dana, thank you.
Thanks, Dana. Well, a closer look now at what could be a revolutionary new medicine. It is available starting today.
Now, the FDA recently approved a prescription eye drop. It's called Vuity for people with age-related blurry vision.
Jerika Duncan spoke to a woman who tried it and liked what she saw.
Tony Wright has the perfect view from this western Pennsylvania farm, which she shares with her husband and their 4 children. When she's not checking on her chickens.
Hello.
Or cows.
Yeah, he's just a little baby.
She works from home as an online retail consultant.
I have readers everywhere. I have them in my car, in the bathroom, in the kitchen.
It's the only way the 54-year-old can see things clearly.
I was in denial because to me that was a sign of growing older, needing to wear glasses. You can't put eye makeup on with your readers on.
In 2019, her doctor told her about eye drops with the potential to correct her vision problems temporarily.
Basically, I would put the drops in my eyes in the morning, 1 drop in each eye.
What did you notice instantly?
I would not need my readers as much, especially on the computer where I would always need to have them on.
Wright was one of 750 participants in a clinical trial to test the drug Vuity. It's the first FDA-approved eye drop to treat age-related blurry near vision, also known as presbyopia.
Not only does it improve your near and your intermediate, but it does not affect your distance vision.
Dr. George Waring was principal investigator for the trial. He says the drug takes effect in about 15 minutes.
How do these eye drops work?
Vuity utilizes the eye's natural ability to reduce its pupil size. Reducing the pupil size expands the depth of field or the depth of focus, and that allows you to focus at different ranges naturally.
One drop in each eye provides sharper vision for 6 to 10 hours. A spokesperson for Vuity says the medicine will cost about $80 for a 30-day supply. It works best in people age 40 to 55, and side effects in the 3-month trial included headaches and red eyes.
Because we don't know the long-term effects, is this something that you all will be studying the people who take this prescription?
This is something that we anticipate will be well tolerated long-term, but this will be evaluated and studied in a formal capacity.
As for Tony Wright and millions just like her, it's an easy backup solution with a clear advantage.
How much of a life changer has this been for you?
It's definitely a life changer. Just a convenience to have that option of putting the drops in and being able to go.
The prescription drops are for mild to intermediate cases and are less effective after age 65 as eyes age. Vuity is by no means a cure-all, and the maker does caution against using the drops when driving at night or performing activities in low light conditions. You may also have temporary difficulty in adjusting focus between objects near and far. Sharika Duncan, CBS News, New York.
Boy, if that could reduce or get rid of the need for readers, that would be a game changer.
That'd help a lot of people.
Very cool. Well, still to come tonight on Live at 4, we'll tell you the story of people cleaning up their lives by cleaning cars.
And then at 5, a walkout at a Madison area video game development studio and what it could mean for the industry.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour and start using the PowerSwabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. PowerSwabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order PowerSwabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free PowerSwabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Now that many teens are approved for booster shots, find out how it could impact the pandemic, plus more on the effectiveness of Pfizer's booster doses. That's at 5.
A winter storm will bring rain, snow, and maybe a little sleet or freezing rain as well from late Friday through early Saturday afternoon. A warm-up next week may break records by Wednesday. My forecast at 5.
Then at 6, a call for action to help solve a local couple's problems after they paid thousands for a fence that was never built.
Here's a live look from our Edgewater Sky Cam. All is quiet in downtown Madison. If you're heading north or northwest, you'll want to pay attention to the forecast. Dana will have another update in just a little bit. A program putting at-risk young people on a path to work and stability. At some point each year, about 3.5 million young adults in the U.S. ages 18 to 25 are homeless.
That's more than the entire population of the city of Chicago or Houston. Christina Raffini found a business that's stepping up to help.
Connor Copley's job sucks and buffs.
I like it. It's a good job.
And at times shines.
Why does your side look better than my side?
Probably because I've been working here for 3 months.
Here at Detail Works near Burlington, Vermont, employees work from the inside out, both on the cars and themselves.
Growing up, did you think that you would end up being in a shelter at some point?
No, I had much higher hopes than that.
For the past 2 years, Copley has lived at this shelter run by Spectrum Youth and Family Services. The organization helps at-risk young people like him find jobs. Trouble was, only 40% were able to keep them.
They don't know how to show up at work on time. They don't know how to work as part of a team. They don't know how to dress for work.
So Executive Director Mark Redmond decided to launch an in-house business to teach participants some of the life skills they might have missed along the way.
We had 26 different ideas.
What were some of the ideas?
Burlington's 50th coffee shop, which we don't really need. Burlington's 15th thrift store, which we don't really need. And somebody mentioned car detailing.
3 years later, Detail Works, led by 2 former corrections officers, is really working.
There's so many jobs you're like, did I really accomplish something today? Here you know you accomplished something.
The hands-on approach appeals to Josh Moran, who says he struggles with anxiety and depression.
Basically, you wax on and wax off.
You really actually wax on?
Yeah, you really wax on there.
A year here landed him a higher-paying job at FedEx, but...
And I did not like it. It was just too robotic for me, and I have a lot of ADHD, so, like, just sitting in one spot, you know, taking out the package, just putting them in their cages was just...
So he came back.
They called, and they're like, yeah, we really want you back.
86% of the program's participants stay here at least 90 days.
Oh, 84.
And many go on to other jobs.
I built up a lot of good work ethic, and I'm getting my stuff in order.
Does that make you feel good about yourself?
Very. Gives me hope.
The rest, as they say, is in the detail. Christina Raffini, CBS News.
Well, coming up next on Live at 4, our Dr. Zorba Pastor will be joining us. We'll talk about the latest COVID headlines, and we'll be taking your calls and questions.
Yeah, the number to call, 608-270-9933, and we're standing by the phones waiting for your call, and that'll come up after the break. Stay with us.
Merry Christmas, everything. So Lisa and I decided to celebrate Christmas here at the Bruce Company with giving each other some gift ideas.
Right, and we wanted to get what we wanted to get, so we gave each other some lists.
So she is the plant lady. She loves all things with foliage and cute bulbs, and so I thought you might like this. So tell us about this.
So this is a cyclamen, and it's a great holiday plant, not one of the most typical, but really good if you have a cooler house.
Okay.
And you can't grow poinsettias because they sort of collapse from the cold. Cyclamen have this great sort of filigreed foliage, and the flowers last forever, and they're good in a cool house, and they're one of my faves.
Love it, love it. Well, Lisa likes a cool house. I like to be warm and cozy.
That is true. So Emmy did ask me for something warm and cozy, so here you go, Emmy.
Absolutely
Merry
love
Christmas.
this. I just want to cuddle up on this couch and make myself a cup of tea. Love the blush color. This is so soft. You can't feel it, but let me tell you.
We've got tons of choices of stuff like this in the boutique.
Every single color. Now, you like to take a load off once in a while.
Yes.
After all of your hard work and long days
I like
here.
to relax with a 1,000-piece puzzle.
You're still working your brain. It's a great activity.
So these puzzles are from Ebu, which is a woman-owned company. They have great artist graphics. They're super high quality, nice thick pieces. and they are great and fun for the whole family.
And mark your calendars, December 12th, back again.
The reindeer fly-in. Santa's reindeer will be here on Sunday, December 12th from noon until 2. It's a free event for the community. Bring your kids in if they've never seen a live reindeer. They're adorable. And we have a photo opportunity available for $10. So you get your picture taken with the reindeer.
Fantastic event. She's Lisa Briggs.
She's Emmy Fink.
And you're buzzed into Madison.
Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide my skin, not me.
By hitting eczema where it counts, Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of eczema.
Hide my skin, not me.
And that means long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief for adults. With Dupixent, you can show more skin with less eczema.
Hide my skin, not me.
Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can change how your skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice. Talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
A quick traffic update right now, eastbound on the Beltline. We are seeing those delays, but nothing abnormal with this. Picking up a little bit once we get past, or slowing down a little bit after 151 and then picking right back up. So just a brief little slowdown spot. Westbound right now actually looks pretty good. And the interstate north and southbound, no delays in Rock County or Dane County. No accidents report throughout the area. So some good news for us. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie sitting at 19 minutes for us this evening. So all seems green and calm and quiet, but of course we'll keep an eye on things, and traffic might be a little more active for us as we look ahead to that forecast coming in for tomorrow.
All right, Dana, thank you. No more coal power in Scotland. The Prime Minister pushed the button to bring down the chimney of Scotland's last coal-fired power plant, the Longannet Power Station. The 600-foot chimney was the largest freestanding structure in Scotland and was considered a regional landmark. Longannet was once the largest coal-fired power station in Europe.
Dr. Zorba Pastor back from vacation, joining us once again for his weekly segment.
If you have a question, we'll be taking your calls momentarily. Call now. The number is 608-270-9933.
Right,
I'm just looking. We have 3 lines open if you have a question for Zorba. Hi, Zorba. Good to see you.
Zorba.
Good to see you guys.
Before we get to the calls, let's talk a little bit about the breaking news today that if you're 16 or 17, you are now eligible for a Pfizer COVID booster.
Right, and that really is great news, because we know that the booster increases antibodies, but a huge factor, maybe 10 or 15 times. So everyone who's eligible should get their booster, especially during this holiday season when, frankly, you're going to be more likely to see friends and family. So get your booster, and for the young people, it's really going to be a major step forward. Yeah. It's great, just like having our little kids that can get vaccinated. This is the way to stop the pandemic. Remember, you are 25 times more likely to end up in the hospital if you've never had any COVID immunizations at all. So for those of you on the fence, get your shots.
And if you're a 16-year-old, I know that 6-month time frame is coming up from when they were first eligible back 6 months ago. Let's go quickly to the phones, and we're going to start with Scott in Madison. Scott, go ahead. How are you, Scott?
Hello, Dr. Zorba. As they say, I'm a longtime fan, but a first-time caller. I'm just asking exactly about what you're talking about. I got the Johnson & Johnson as my initial shot, and they allowed us to mix and match. I got the Moderna booster, and I'm wondering, because it's a half dose with the booster, do I need to get an additional booster sooner rather than later?
Well, the reality is right now the CDC says if you had the J&J shot, 1 booster shot is enough. And I don't know if it's exactly a half dose. The booster is different, but the reality is definitely get that 1 booster. Right now the CDC says nothing beyond that.
All right. Thank you for calling. Let's go to Paul in Baraboo.
Yes.
Hi, Paul. What's your question?
Hi. Me and my wife, we both got our boosters today, Moderna. But we have a 16-year-old son, and they haven't given the okay for the Moderna booster for 16-year-olds and up yet, or 16 to 18. I was wondering what you think about, what time frame you think that might be coming up?
Well, first of all, it's mix and match. It's 6 months when you get the boosters. So once the booster is there, whether you get the Pfizer or Moderna, doesn't matter which one, either one of them will work. So it can be exactly the same as you got initially, or it can be the other one. But it still is a 6-month time frame. And that's pretty common in most of our immunizations. Hepatitis B, for instance, is 6 months between the original immunization and the boosters. So that's commonly when we get booster shots for many immunizations.
But if you got Moderna and you want to stick with Moderna, do you have any idea when that age?
No idea yet. They're always a little bit behind Pfizer, so I can't tell you when it is. I've read some things, but once the CDC makes its decision, then it'll be out. And until they make a decision, we don't know.
Right.
All right, let's go to Richard in Reedsburg. I think, Richard, go ahead. You're on with Dr. Zorba.
Yes. Hello, Dr. Zorba. I'm an 87-year young man.
Oh, that's
good for you.
And I've always been proud of my muscular body. And I've been hard work all my life doing different things, but I'm losing all my muscle. What can I do? What can I eat, drink, whatever, to retain or to build back some muscle?
Oh, sure. Well, first of all, as we get older, we lose muscle. We lose about 0.5 to 1% of our muscle mass, no matter what we do. So if you slim down to the weight of when you were, we'll say, a couple of years after high school, and you look in the mirror, it doesn't make a difference. You won't look the same. You'll still have more fat. So the answer is essentially to exercise. Weightlifting will make a difference. It'll help build up the muscle that you have, but you still will never go back to the body you had when you were 50, 40, 30, or 20. Weightlifting is the best answer. That's what you should do.
Well, you're doing something right.
He's doing something right.
Yes.
Keep on moving, Richard. You're doing great.
Stay in good health.
Thank you.
Let's go to Rocky. Rocky, you're on with Dr. Zorba from Sun Prairie. Hi, Rocky.
Hey. I got a question. I've been coughing up a phlegm, and it's a real sticky like phlegm for like almost 2 years, and it goes on all day. It sometimes it takes all I could do to cough it up, spit it out.
Sure.
I don't know what's going on, but it's been going on for, like I say, a couple of years now.
Sure. Well, there are a lot of things that it can be. First of all, this is where a visit to your doctor really makes a difference. We know that if you hydrate a lot, the phlegm will become thinner versus thicker. We know if you smoke cigarettes in the past or have COPD, we know that some inhalers will actually help with phlegm. And that's something where really a personal visit with your doctor is really what counts.
Always good.
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor. It's, it's great to get Zorba's feedback, but some things doctors just have to see him in person. Right?
Great to have you back, Zorba, and we'll be back on schedule. Have you once a week. Thanks for your calls today.
Good to see you, Zorba.
So we'll
Take
see you
care,
again
guys.
soon.
Take care.
And we'll be back. Another check of your forecast.
It's Humane Holidays at Mounds. During December, purchase items off of the Humane Holidays wish lists to support Rock County's Friends of Noah Cafe program and the Dane County Humane Society.
The cafe program provides free dog and cat food to local families who can't afford to feed their own pets.
Humane Holidays not only provides Dane County Humane Society with vital wish list items, it truly makes the shelter feel more like home for the holidays.
Support Humane Holidays at Mounds because everyone deserves a great holiday.
RHD Plumbing presents their Titletown Winter Getaway Contest. Win a 2-night stay in Green Bay's Titletown, including food, drink, and entertainment gift cards. Visit the contest page on channel3000.com and enter today.
Greenwich burn. You try to make them stop it on the counter job. Those drops you'll see probably won't touch me. I want to stay for the holidays.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back,
You may need to target inflammation. What? You may need to target inflammation. No!
over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating the eyes and may provide temporary relief. Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease. It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid eye drop specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you are allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Eyes you relieve, symptoms decrease. Xiidra can bring lasting relief.
This holiday, ask your doctor about Xiidra.
An alert day for our viewing area. Tonight at 5, we'll update you on the winter storm we're tracking for later Friday into Saturday.
Also, how getting booster shots to eligible teens could impact the fight against COVID-19 and its variants. Join us at 5.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind. Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
An alert day is in the forecast for tomorrow night and Saturday morning. We have a system that is going to bring accumulating snowfall, possibly a little ice mixed in as well overnight. Snowfall totals generally highest northwest of Madison, with lesser amounts expected southeast of Dane County. So because of this, we do have those winter weather advisories right now for Crawford and Richland counties. We have winter storm warnings issued for Friday night for areas northwest of the Dells. We'll continue to keep a close eye on the system through the rest of the evening and through Friday with many more updates ahead.
All right, Dana, thank you. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4. We'll get the top animal stories of the week from our news hounds.
Louie and Oliver still working, and we go backstage with Michael Bruno as he shows us the Capitol Theater's A Christmas Carol.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pill after pill that just masks your ED. Fix it for good. We can make the difference. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hardworking families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
This year, don't just get ready, get holiday ready. And the only place to start is at your local Ford dealer. Get the Ford SUV that's perfect for your family's holiday traditions. Ford Explorer, Escape, or Bronco Sport with our best offers of the season. Inventory is arriving daily, so see your Ford dealer today and get holiday ready. Now get a Ford Explorer with 0% financing for 60 months plus $500 bonus cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get $100 on every new line. Call or go online.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, but with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat, Cool Sculpting Elite, the newest technology available. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
In our final touch tonight, hundreds of locals and tourists gathered outside of Barcelona's iconic Sagrada Familia Basilica. It has a 5-ton giant star atop the new Virgin Mary Tower, and it was lit for the first time.
We told you about when the 12-pointed star was hoisted atop the tower. That was about 2 weeks ago. We told you about how the crowd reacted at the time. A height of 452 feet, the new Tower of the Virgin Mary, first to be completed since 1976, now the tallest of the complex design by visionary architect Antoni Gaudi. The glass and steel structure has 12 points known as Bethlehem Star and will change the city skyline both day and night. Construction of the world's oldest building site was set to be finished by 2026, but the COVID pandemic forced the consortium to change plans with a new date of completion still to be reset. Nevertheless, the basilica has entered the final phase. It'll soon start raising 5 immense towers that'll make it Europe's tallest religious building, surpassing Germany's Ulm Minster.
That's very beautiful, isn't it?
It is something, just in time for the holiday.
Thank you for your help today.
My pleasure.
That'll do it. That'll do it for us on Live at 4, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.